standing in front of us. Or BU students.
BU students? Awesome.
Yeah, we're not getting faces, we're just getting like signs, if that's okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
No faces, no
course.
dogs.
Yeah.
Same for you. You're welcome to be here. No faces.
I'm
Yeah.
not personally.
Awesome.
I've told reporters that the people who propagate the rumors without evidence are the ones creating unnecessary anxiety. I hope your film does not cause any of your fellow students to be fearful or unnecessarily concerned.
Encourage the reporting of illegal immigrant students.
Smash the window of that SUV.
Battling the chemicals.
They don't have a word.
Of tear gas.
Around the world.
Leave now. If you don't, we will find you and we will deport you. You will never return.
We are achieving the great liberation of America.
If I have the time and day, I will let you know that there are different ways that ICE is impacting students. And no, not literally are we being targeted and, kidnapped, but our families are, and that impacts me. So comments like these where, oh, this type of information is actually, fear-mongering, well, that's not true.
I always understood immigration through a lens of sacrifice and opportunity. I think it's important that students understand that conversations about ICE aren't just theoretical and things that are happening in the news, but they're real life stories and they're real life headlines.
We recently represented a client, Rumeysa Ozturk, at Tufts University, whose visa was taken away from her because of her speech, because of an article that she co-wrote in the daily newspaper. Her visa was taken away and she was held in a detention center for over 40 days.
Wow, that's Rumeysa.
One of the things that really just kind of made me feel like I had to act was back in March when Rumeysa Ozturk, a Tufts graduate student, was abducted off the streets. Many of us saw the video that was captured of these masked agents dragging this person off the sidewalk and taking them away. So I put a sign in the window right behind me that said "Free Rumeysa." This is a window that overlooks Commonwealth Avenue. It's pretty visible. And BU came in and took that sign down. Yeah, I've felt that the atmosphere at Boston University has really changed in the last year since the Trump presidency to one of where there's a lot of fear, rightly so, because there's been documented cases of federal agents on campus.
I am not aware of any evidence of ICE having been at BU, and BU PD confirmed that for me. Boston University is an open campus, so the university has not put anything in place to prevent U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement from coming to campus.
I remember last year when Trump came into office, receiving an email that was sent to all BU students, kind of going over what international students have to recognize, how to know their rights when confronted by ICE. And seeing that as someone who is not an international student, I was shaken up. I know I don't have to worry about it, but putting myself in the shoes of international students, that seems like a very, very stressful moment.
I truly don't think there is a spot on campus where an undocumented or illegal student is unwelcome. I don't think that's the case. I don't think there is any spot, truly. I truthfully don't think the administration should do anything, school administration.
He's doing exactly what his job is, and it's revealing the character of the university administration, and that is not one that actually gives a shit about free speech, that cares about the safety of students. And so I think that students should only rely on themselves. Maybe right now he's correct in that BU students aren't being attacked by ICE, but I think it's not out of the question, absolutely, and it's certainly not you guys creating fear.
It's already happened at Tufts. It's happened at Northeastern. It's happened at Harvard. There's no policy that ICE has that says, oh, this particular university hasn't been abducted yet. Well, I guess I won't go there. there's nothing in the book saying that it won't happen. And again, because they're looking to essentially engage in like mass deportations, it will likely happen. And you need to be prepared for that inevitability.
ICE is not this boogeyman. They're not just, boop, you know, like they usually know who they're going for, and anyone else that they get around is usually people that they tag along with the group. So they're not just going around willy-nilly.
The university supports student-driven activism and leadership development for groups advocating for engagement and change, and encourages engaged and respectful civil discourse. The university allows for students or student organizations to express their viewpoints, political beliefs, or peaceful advocacy.
Zach Siegel is the president of the Boston University College Republicans. We talked to him in September after Charlie Kirk was killed. Siegel is now claiming on social media that he is the reason ICE showed up at an Alston car wash earlier this month and hauled off 9 employees. Siegel posting on X, "I've been calling ICE for months on end. This week they finally responded to my request to detain these criminals. As someone who lives in the neighborhood, I've seen how American jobs are being given away to those with no right to be here. Pump up the numbers."
And I think that if ICE can detain people on a street where BU students walk on every single day to get to class, then pretending it's not a problem completely ignores the reality of the situation. And not only that, but the fact that a BU student himself called ICE on them shows that this campus feels less safe and is less safe, because that's a student that could be in the same classroom as someone who feels threatened and has those same fears.
I was really disappointed when he doubled down on those remarks and made even more ridiculous remarks, like I was acting to protect the community, so you're protecting the community from people washing cars and working to wash people's cars. Got it, okay.
Not only when Zach Siegel himself, but the U.S. Department of Homeland Security calls him a patriot, I think this is completely disguising racism as patriotism.
Obama and Biden each deported more people than Trump did during his first term. Shame! Shame! Using the deportation machine and these big, brutal shows of force, the ruling class wants to terrify undocumented immigrants into submission.
It's been days after the Daily Free Press released that article about Zach, as well as there's over 2,000 signatures on the petition to make this campus a sanctuary campus, and BU has not released any statement or said anything about the issue, and I think that is an embarrassment for the university. I think it's important for BU to refuse to work with ICE agents to show that they are publicly committed to protecting their students.
Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! What did Washington say? No king! Washington said? No king! Washington said?
I think the United States is supposed to be this beacon of hope, this beacon of free speech. And what we're doing in making international students wary of speaking freely about political topics, I think that is a fundamental issue and needs to be reformed.
When Rumeysa Ozturk was abducted by ICE, and I got opposition from the BU administration for doing that. You've gotten stonewalled yourself, but we're not stopping. And this interview makes me feel really good about the ways in which we're communicating and continuing to push back on the repression of speech and push back against hate speech.
We're also pressuring certain local candidates, local politicians to also put out statements against the universities, because for those politicians, it's essentially punching down. And at this point, we need someone to be punching down, because punching up is a very long and arduous effort.
I think students and young people in general are intensely, acutely aware of the crises happening all around them. The climate crises, the genocide in Palestine, these racist attacks on immigrants.
The number one way we can support immigrants and undocumented people is by telling the truth and trying to organize a political force that will genuinely solve these issues that underlie society today.
We are the cradle of democracy and the city of champions. We are all of these things not in spite of our immigrants, but because of them. 1 in 7 signers of the Declaration of Independence were immigrants. On the last 4 Red Sox rosters to win a World Series, 1 in 5 were immigrants. Of all the faculty at Boston University to have earned a Nobel Prize, all but 1 were immigrants. Today, 1 in 4 Boston residents were born somewhere else. Most have jobs, many have kids. All of them chose this country as their home. So to every one of my neighbors back in Boston, know this: you belong here. This is your home. Boston es tu hogar. Boston, 这la calle. 这是你的家. This is our city. We are the safest major city in the nation because we are safe for everyone.
Yes. You are? Okay, good. I'm calling Riley from Media Relations there for you. But the Emerson kids are saying, are you asking everybody? I just say anyone who's not BU needs to be on public way.
Okay.
Thank you.
You with TV? No. We're just filming this for a small project.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.